Welcome, fight fans, to Boxing Scene's Top Stories, only on ProBox TV, your boxing channel. I am George D. Metellus. And a quick reminder, all the long-form content that we have here on the channel with Big Fight Preview and the Ranking Show will still be on the network. And for Top Stories, just hit the playlist and you'll get those top stories, boom, 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 back to back here on ProBox TV on our YouTube channel. All right, here on Top Stories, I am joined by the champions. We got Chris Algieri and we got Paulie Malignaggi joining us here on Top Stories. All right, is there a contender emerging at 168? Christian Mbilli, undefeated, will be taking on Sergey Derevyanchenko this Saturday on ESPN. All right, Chris, is Mbilli the next big thing at 168?
We got to see. We got to see what happens in this fight. This is why this fight is being made. Derevyanchenko is someone who has a tremendous amount of experience, even though he only has 20 fights. He's 15 wins and 5 losses. You kind of look at that record and you're like, really, this is that guy? Yes, he has fought everybody. He has fought Triple G, and a lot of people actually thought that he could have won that fight. Danny Jacobs, he fought and he lost a very, very close split decision for a middleweight title. You know, he has fought Jaime Munguia in a fight of the year last year. So yeah, he's got a ton of experience. Yeah, his record isn't startling like a lot of guys that we're used to, or sterling rather, but he is an excellent fighter and a really, really stiff test for Mbilli. Mbilli's a guy that, you know, I've seen some of his fights in the past. He wasn't super impressive to me, but he's made a really good run lately. He's one of those guys who's got an incredible engine. He doesn't get tired. He's super strong. He's fit. He pushes tons of pressure on his opponents, breaks them down. It's interesting to see how much Derevyanchenko has left if he can deal with the youth and vitality of a guy like Mbilli. But if Mbilli isn't going to be one of those guys, he's going to lose to Derevyanchenko. Derevyanchenko is a super tough out. Like I said, the fight of the year with Munguia, basically Munguia had to score a knockdown in the last round in order to pull that one out of the fire. So, you know, this is a really stern test and stiff test for Mbilli, and I think a lot of questions will be answered come Saturday night.
Yeah, champ, I agree with you here. I think if you always have to wonder what Derevyanchenko has left every single time, but every single time he proves that he has a lot left. This is the 15-5 fighter that might beat your favorite fighter. You know, that's how good he is. You know, people looking at records, and a lot of time in today's boxing world, when people look at records and say, oh, he's got this record, he's got that record. When you look at a guy like Derevyanchenko's record under a microscope, it passes the eye test. I mean, this guy is nasty still in the ring. I mean, he brings a lot of energy. He punch selection's very good. Goes to the body, goes to the head, likes to bring pressure. And then Mbilli's the same way. So, first of all, if Derevyanchenko hasn't been used up, which, you know, there's always the potential that guys like this get used up. Yes, he's only got 20 fights. He had a vast amateur career and has fought at the very top of the sport almost exclusively since turning pro. So, if Derevyanchenko is not used up, this is a good clash of styles right here, man, because Mbilli's one of the more fun fighters in the weight class. He's one of the more fun fighters in boxing. I don't know if he's the next star at super middleweight yet. Just like the champ said, Chris, you know, you made a great point when you said, you know, we have to find out. But I'll tell you what, he will be one of the fun fighters to watch in this generation. Mbilli will always make for fun fights. You know, I'd like to see him, for example, eventually against a guy we've had on ProBox TV, a guy like Lester Martinez. You know, that guys like Mbilli will make fun fights regardless of whether, and I don't think they'll always win. Maybe he'll win a world title, maybe he's not. He's right at that cusp for me as far as what the potential is right there. But he'll always be one of the fun fighters, and if he can keep some good wins on his resume, he'll remain around the top, and we'll get to see more of him. But Derevyanchenko is very dangerous. Now, can Derevyanchenko actually get a close decision in his life? We'll see. That's another problem he's had. Derevyanchenko is good, but he doesn't get the close ones, even though at times he may deserve them.
Yeah, those 5 losses for Derevyanchenko have been against, you mentioned it, Chris, Triple G, Jermell Charlo, Adames, Munguia, and also Danny Jacobs. So he's a very competitive fighter.
Most of those very close fights.
All except for the Charlo fight were close.
And don't forget, we'll have the big fight breakdown of Mbilli Derevyanchenko here on ProBox TV on the YouTube and app as well. Scan the QR code to go to proboxtv.com, and you don't want to miss the great fight. That's the main event Wednesday night here on ProBox TV, August 21st. This is going to be a great main event.
Wednesday Night Fights.
Dynamite action on Wednesday Night Fights every other Wednesday on your boxing channel.
Coming up on your next Wednesday Night Fights, August 21st. Former Unified World Champion Swift Jarrett Hurd takes on former Unified World Champion Jason Banana Rosario. Live from the ProBox Event Center in Plant City. Get your tickets at proboxtv.com or take your chances at the door. Wednesday Night Fights.
For more ProBox TV, scan the QR code on the screen or go to the App Store and Google Play. ProBox TV, your boxing channel.